Hey y'all, Carolina Tony. The road brings us today to Asheville, North Carolina, here at the corner of Eagle Street, where in 1906 a deadly mass shooting started that resulted in several hauntings that are going on right now today. And we're going to explore this, but right after the station identification. Hey y'all, Carolina Tony here. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Join me as I travel the highways and byways in search of adventure, where we will explore roadside attractions, abandoned places, historical, and even the weird and strange. And hey, maybe a food review or two. Please subscribe. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Be sure to click that bell so you won't miss any future videos. On November the 13th, 1906, in this little town of Asheville, North Carolina, a man by the name of Will Harris opened fire on innocent people in the street. When it was all over, 2 policemen and 3 people were dead, and many more were wounded. Even a dog was killed. Harris escaped from a chain gang, and he came to Asheville looking for his girlfriend. The morning before he arrived here in Asheville, he was spending money like crazy. He paid $35 for a Savage .305 rifle and dropped half that much on a shirt and trousers and a set of overalls and a pair of tan shoes that say suitable for a dandy. And he also spent $3 on a jug of bourbon. Harris found his way to this apartment building that is apartments and offices today. Looks quite different in today than it did back then. But his girlfriend was Molly Maxwell, and Molly stayed here with her sister Pearl. The neat thing is Molly worked right across the street. There are office buildings now, but then was a little cafe where Molly had worked. But apparently Molly had been tipped off that Will was in town, and she knew how crazy and murderous he was, so she left town and went to Hendersonville. Pearl cooked a meal for Harris, and about that time Pearl's boyfriend came to visit, and sensing that Harris was in the house and the police station right down the street, her boyfriend ran down the street to tell the police that Harris was inside. So of course the police came very quickly, and when they got to the door, of course they knocked on the door. Harris grabbed his rifle and killed Officer Charles Blackstock through the door, shot him in the chest. A second shot went through the shoulder of Captain John Page. And from then on, it was on. Harris left the apartment, going out onto the street, shooting just about anything that he could see, screaming the whole time that he was from hell and there'd be people dying. Harris slipped out of the house and he headed into the business district, firing all the way. Anything that was in sight, he'd shoot at. He shot and killed Benjamin Addison, a black shopkeeper, and he shot Walter Copeland, another black citizen walking home from work, as he greeted him with a fatal blast from the Savage. A third black man, Tom Neal, was shot and killed as he stood on his porch. Continuing on down the street and killing anything in his way, there was a bar here. And as the shopkeeper stepped out, Harris shot him dead. They could say today, from this little restaurant, occasionally in the glass you can see the shopkeeper as he comes out to check again to see if the coast is clear. Harris killed a dog. Patrolman James Bailey ducked behind a wooden telephone pole and fired a shot at Harris, but he missed. Harris shot at the pole, and the bullet pierced the pole, killing Bailey. day, Eagle Street is haunted by the victims of this massacre. You can see ghostly figures sometimes walking the street. Sometimes people said they've seen a policeman dressed in an old-fashioned uniform running down Eagle Street and Biltmore Avenue. Some have even heard the sound of a howling dog heard in the alley, but they don't see a dog. And Barney's Tap Room has had a lot of paranormal activity, including apparitions, voices, and an elevator that operates all by itself. The police station, right there, is still in the same place it was in 1906. After the shooting, Harris fled Asheville, headed south, and a posse was quickly rounded up, armed with guns on loan from pawn shops and hardware stores. They traced him to Fletcher, North Carolina, which was probably about 30 minutes south of Asheville. They found him in a brush thicket, they say, rhododendron, and they fired on him, and no less than 100 bullets pierced Will Harris's body. He was taken back to Asheville, and he laid and stayed in the mortuary for a long time, no one claiming his body. Other stories attached to the Will Harris murders. But perhaps that's for another time. Well, I hope you have enjoyed our little haunted tour of Asheville, North Carolina. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give me a big old thumbs up and be sure to tell your family and friends. But for now, y'all have a good day.